Dame gonna get the party started early. That one's just narrowly off. Blazers get the offensive rebound. Melo, he'll try a three, and the Blazers take the first triple of this one.
Showing that they can knock him down too. And that shot from Damian Lillard, that's a tone setter. That lets you know what kind of night it's going to be. That's that shot that when the Blazers played OKC in Game 1 last year at Moda Center, remember his first pull-up was right from about the same spot.
Harden gets a wide open look up top and cans that one to notch it up at 3.
The fun thing to watch between this matchup of backcourts is both sides know if I don't bring my A game, this other side might embarrass me. So CJ, not wasting any time, locked and loaded.
We weren't playing with y'all when we said 3-pointers were going to be the key to this one.
Man.
3 of them already combined. Westbrook tries to drive it against CJ, gets on the hip, left hand is good off the glass.
That's how a lot of teams defend against Westbrook. They gap him, who has been their third best scorer on the season. He's injured right now. He's not available. He's a ball handler and shooter just like Harden is.
CJ working against Harden. Nice little pull-up, splashes in.
ISO.
Blazers up 3, 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Westbrook continues to assault the rim.
Go where Westbrook had made a comment. Melo misses the 3, but Zach, get big on him. There's a bunch of mice down there. But Jordan, it wasn't that long ago when Westbrook talked about, quote unquote, somebody complaining, crying their way into the All-Star game.
The Blazers 8-1 rebounding advantage early on in this one. Westbrook trying to work against Melo. 6 left to shoot. And Westbrook will head to the line again for his 5th and 6th
line. This season shooting slightly above 77.
Nurk can't get the finish. Nice execution, though, to get him the shot. Harden brings it down. Harden defended by Dame. Goes into the lane, kicks it out to House. House will try the 3, and that falls for the Rockets.
Offensively, I like what
back 3. That's short. Collins controls. CJ with the fundamentals and the finish.
And lost his mind early out here. Wiggle, waggle, shake and bake.
Check the shoes on House here. Blazers up 5, 6:45 left in the first. Covington will try another 3, and that splashes.
3, Robert Covington.
So the Rockets 3 of 8 from beyond the arc to start this one. Blazers finding their advantage, though, on the boards. No good. Back come the Rockets.
Where I'd love to see Nurk get a little deeper post position. If he can catch that thing with his feet kind of on that restricted area line, I think that's an automatic 2.
Harden, tough finish by Gary Trent Jr. Rockets take the lead. Nurk over to Zach Collins. The big-to-big pass result. House has no thoughts of slowing things down. That 3 bounces out. Back comes the Blazers. Nurkic finds positioning. You wanted the man to get deep in the paint, Lamar. Westbrook looks to attack. Gary Trent Jr. wisely gets out of the way, but enough to challenge it. Blazers return. Gary Trent Jr. for 3. The hot shooting for Gary Trent Jr. continues, Lamar.
He's involved in every play defensively. He makes an imprint. And then on the 5-on-4, the Blazers spread the court, run their lanes. Hassan does his job by running to the rim. And Gary gets the 3, and Houston says, well, we'll just match him.
Green cans that one. Gary Simons in his first action in these seeding games. As CJ gets a rest. Whiteside up top. Dame still looking for his first points in this one. 10 to shoot. Gary Trent Jr. up top. He'll try another 3. Keep it going. Keep it going, Gary Trent Jr. Keep doing your thing.
Okay.
7 seconds left to shoot. Dame patiently waits up top, working against Green again. Gets the step. Gary Trent Jr., why not make it 3 for 3? That's off, though. Rockets will get one more chance before the...
Brent's out to the shooter.
Simons up top. He'll try a 3. Anthony Simons. And Melo brings it down. Carmelo Anthony. His 4th rebound already. Melo working baseline against Covington. Little flip shot from the baseline. Houston just 4 of 14 from beyond the arc. CJ
He's feeling frisky.
Trying to cook against Green. And CJ gets...
Few of them bounces side to side. It's on.
Westbrook tries to drive. Green has all day and gets that one to roll in.
In that foreign territory, sometimes they struggle.
House enters the game for the Rockets. Gary Trent Jr., 4 seconds left. He'll try 3. And Gary Gary Trent Jr. pump fake. They got to respect it now. CJ trying to work through a forest of Rocket defenders. Flips it up to Whiteside. Whiteside backs his shoulder down. Blazers keeping it simple. They build the lead to 13.
They're just having fun right now playing basketball.
Collins contests off the
That's
glass.
a great pass from Anthony, too.
Harden able to clear some space and knock down the three.
If that's
Blaze.
the case, let his resume continue to build because he doesn't do that. Oh, great pass.
Whiteside. CJ with McLemore defending. 13 to shoot. CJ patient. Another step back three from CJ and Lamar. Right now, Gary Trent Jr. clicking on all cylinders. See his line, 9 points off the bench. House try a three. He cans that one.
But he was just as good, played so many different positions, so he just has that toughness and that skill set. Another three from
the deficit to 7. Harden will try to drive, gets knocked down by Nurkic, and Nurkic gets the block. So Yusuf Nurkic clearing out Rockets in the paint. CJ working against House, and Nurk, go ahead and finish the possession, big fella.
Just a really good job there of stacking the paint, forcing Westbrook to see the help defenders, and then recovering out to the shooters. And Damian.
Rockets with arguably 2 of the most impressive wins to open up these seeding games here. Backdoor pass, Gary Trent Jr. gets the lay-in to
pass by Nurk to the cut from Gary, and then the finish.
House on the outside will try a deep contested three. Blazers lead by 8 with 3:08 left in this second quarter. Westbrook tries to challenge Nurk, able to get by, and the Rockets have now cut it to a 6-point game. Dame working against McLemore. That gets tipped away.
The uniforms and the history of players, you'd be like, oh, this dude is a starter. Because he was one of the best guards a lot of times. PJ.
His hook shot is no good. Terry Stotts besides himself on the sideline. Westbrook trying to hustle down the floor and gets that one to that much height. Westbrook up top, flips it over to House. McLemore in the corner, that falls. So the Rockets have nailed their 11th three of the game. They're 11 for 28. They trail by just 4. 37 seconds left. Dame knifes through the middle. Yusuf Nurkic gets the finish.
Great setup from Damian.
Blaze MO. CJ gets the second one to fall. He's got 13. Rockets try long pass. Westbrook might get a chance. McLemore with the baseline jumper. And so the Rockets get the execution down the stretch. And they cut the Blazer lead to 5 at halftime. But Portland, very impressive in the first half.